Hello guys, I welcome to all of you in this video lecture. In today's video lecture, we will prove second form of necessary and sufficient condition of Riemann integrability of bounded function. So in this lecture, we will prove a theorem. We say that a necessary and sufficient condition for the integrability of a bounded function small f is that the UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. That means the difference between upper and lower Darboxian is less than epsilon when norm of P for any partition P tends to 0. That means when we make the partition very small or very large, if we make the partition very large, then obviously mu p tends to 0. That case the difference between upper Darboxian and lower Darboxian will be less than epsilon. So this is necessary and sufficient condition, means if this condition hold, then this implies that f is Riemann integrable, f is R integrable, right? So here we have given f is bounded and integrable on closed interval AB. If for any epsilon greater than 0, we know that if f is bounded and integrable, then for any epsilon there exists a partition such that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. Now we will prove that the condition is necessary. That means we suppose f is integrable, and with the help of this condition we will establish this inequality. That means UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. So if f is integrable, then its lower integral will be equal to upper integral, and both values are equal to the integral value of fx from a to b. So this is by the definition of integrability of bounded function. Now let us suppose epsilon be any positive number, and since upper and lower integral are the infimum and the supremum of upper and lower sum respectively, therefore there exist partitions P1 and P2 such that UP1f will be strictly less than the upper integral of f from a to b and plus epsilon by 2 by the Darboux theorem. And because f is integrable, so its upper integral will be equal to the integral of f dx from a to b. Similarly, by using Darboux theorem, we know that LP to f will strictly greater than the lower integral of f dx minus epsilon by 2. And because f is integrable, so its lower integral value will be the value of integral of f dx, right? Now we suppose that the p is a common refinement of p1 and p2, so p is equal to p1 union p2. Then the UPF will be less than equal to UP1F, because P is the refinement of P1. So we know that if P is refinement of P1, then upper Darboxian of function f corresponding to refinement partition will be less than the UP1f. And from the equation first, this value will be less than integral a to b f dx plus epsilon by 2. And from equation second, we get this value will be less than LP2 f plus epsilon. And P is again refinement of P2. So its lower Darboxian of a refinement will be greater than the lower Darboxian with respect to P2, right? So from here we get the UPF is less than equal to LPF plus epsilon. So from this inequality we get UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. So which is a necessary condition, which is a necessary. So in this way we can prove that if f is Riemann integrable, then UPF minus LPF will be less than epsilon, where P is any partition with norm mu P tends to 0. Now we will prove that this condition is sufficient. That means we suppose that this condition hold, and with the help of this condition we will prove f is integrable. F is Riemann integrable. So let epsilon be any positive number, and for any partition P with norm P less than delta, we are given this inequality. We know that for any partition P, LPF is always less than the lower integral of f dx, and lower integral is always less than the upper integral of f dx, and upper integral is less than equal to the upper Darboux sum corresponding any partition P, right? Because the upper integral is nothing but the infimum of upper Darboux sum sets. So from here, from this inequality we get the lower integral minus upper integral. Lower integral minus upper integral will be less than upper Darboux sum minus lower Darboux sum. And we have given that UPF minus LPF is less than epsilon. So that means difference between the lower integral and the upper integral is less than epsilon. Now because epsilon is any non-negative number, that means it is positive number, so we can make epsilon as small as possible, and being less than every positive number, it must be equal to 0, and in that case the lower integral value will be equal to upper integral value, and this proves that f is Riemann integrable. So which implies that the given condition, that is UPF minus LPF less than epsilon, is necessary condition for the integrability of a bounded function, right? So this is all about the necessary and sufficient condition of Riemann integrable function. In next video lecture we will prove some more important theorems related to Riemann integration.